Okay, so when you finish collecting bugs, you can click go again. That will stop the program from running. And you've got lots and lots of nice data happening here. And you can take a look at it, see what you can figure out about it. But we're going to get a little more detailed with it than what we can see here. So what you're going to do is go under File, and you're going to go to Export. And you're going to select Export All Plots. Okay, so we've got bug hunt camouflage plots, and you're going to save that in a safe place. I've saved mine already, so I'm going to click cancel. You'll click save. So I'm going to move this out the way for now. And here is my bug hunt camouflage plots documents. Okay, in the beginning here we've just got the date and the time that I ran the simulation, and we've got all the settings. So for example, the maximum mutation rate, the carrying capacity, the size of the bugs. These are variables that you could choose to change at another time. For now, don't worry about them. Okay, the first thing that you'll you need to see is bugs caught versus time. So this is the data that will go to make this graph over here. We've got time passing, how many bugs were caught over time, and you can see at first I was catching a lot, and then it started to level off as I was finding it harder to find them. So that's one set of data there. Each set of data has got the parameters that tell the program how to run. So you don't need to pay any attention to these rows here or here. Okay, so they can just be ignored. And then underneath here, you've got X and Y. And what Y is in each case is the count. It's how many times. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to adjust that. In this one, most of the time it will be count. This one is bugs caught versus time. So in this one, Y is time. Okay, so what is X? X is going to be the number of bugs caught. So I would like you to change the names of these headings so that they become clear to you what they are. So in this case, you have bugs caught versus time. Don't worry about color, don't worry about pen down. That's just to do as to whether you caught it or not. You don't need to worry about that. That's more of the computing side. This data in here then is your bugs caught versus time. And I would like you to select that set of data. I'm going to do copy it. And I'm going to make a new tab, a new sheet over here. And I'm going to paste it. So now I've got my bugs caught and time. Okay, what other ones have we got over here? So after bugs caught versus time, we've got, scrolling down here, hues, current hues. Okay, so current is the point where you stopped collecting. Okay, again, don't pay attention to the stuff that's at the top here. Okay, you don't need this stuff. It's this one here where it says default. It's this table here that you need. And so what is this? This is hue because we're looking at the hues. So that's a number given to the color. And this is the number of individuals of these different hues. So this is count. How many individuals have a hue of 0? How many of 16? How many of 48? If we look back on our graph that NetLogo made for us, here's current hues. So we've got hue 0, we have 9 moths that have hue 0. We have 3 moths that have hue 16. So 3 is about here, and then 16 must be about here. But see the problem with this graph. For one thing, it's tiny. For another thing, you can't see the numbers along here. You're going to make a much better graph of this. And then here's hue 48. And so you can see there's one individual there. Okay, so let's take this one now, do the same thing. This is making a new sheet. We're going to call this one current hue. Remembering that current means what we got when we ended. So what else should we look at? We should look at initial hue. So we can make a page there called initial hue. We also look at brightness. And we look at initial brightness. And then we also look at saturation, so you can add those ones yourself. So going back to our data again, here's our camouflage plots over here, our camouflage plots. So there's the hue. Now here's the brightness one. Okay, so again, we ignore this part here, but here's the brightness. The X is the brightness, and the Y is the count. How many had that brightness? So you can do the same thing now. Copy that table. I'm going to put it over its current brightness. So I'm going to put it over here. Go back to here. And then I've got saturation. Now what saturation means is like how much color is there. So it's not whether it's red or green or blue. It's like how brightly colored is it. So a lot of saturation is very brightly colored. Less saturation is more like grays and whites and blacks. So this is what we mean by saturation. So here again, you ignore this first part, which is for the programming. We're looking at current saturations. And over here, what would X be? What is it you're looking at? And what would Y be? Okay, we're looking at saturations. So X is going to be saturation, current saturation. And Y will be the number of moths that have a saturation of that value. Here we have current saturation. And of course, then you'll want to put initial saturation in there as well. So this just helps clean up your data so that when you go back to it, it'll be a little bit less confusing. Here we've got hues, initial ones now, initial hues, initial saturations, initial brightness. And then you've also got average hue, brightness, saturation. Let's look back on NetLogo. So here's your current hues, current brightness, current saturations, initial, initial, initial. And then over here, you've got what happens over time. So what happens to the hue over time? What happens to the brightness over time? What happens to saturation over time? So you can also have a look at this data. So we can just copy all of this. I'll copy it over first, and then I'm going to take out that pen down. That pen down just means, did you click the insect? It's letting the computer know whether to count that click or not. I'm going to add this one. HSB over time. Okay, and I'm going to delete this row that says pen down. We don't need the computer programming language, we just need the biology data. We don't need color either. Okay, so now you've got saturation over time, brightness over time, hue over time. X is time, Y is hue. So the time will be the same for all three. So then you can plot those. And what becomes interesting now, one thing, you're going to get a graph, so you can plot these and get graphs that are much nicer than the graphs that they have here. You can read them, you can give them better titles, but you can also now start to change some variables. So I'll talk about that in the next videos. If you practice with your data first, then I'll show you how to make some graphs, then I'll show you how to change the variables.